Have you ever listed your unusual for sale on backpack.tf or any cash website, and the very next day, someone has undercut you by the slightest margin? It's freaking annoying, isn't it? To this day, I have dozens of unusual skins, professional killstreak kits, whatever, you name it. I always have people undercutting me by like 1%, and it pisses me off. I was thinking about the danger of their undercutting as it lies in potentially devaluing the items for what? A slightly faster sale? Not only were my profits affected, but so were theirs, and the entire market. Imagine some guy that trades the same item niches as you, but he selfishly tries to undercut you every day by 1% to fetch the sale first, making it so much harder for you to profit. You'd be pissed as well, if you're not already. Undercutting might offer immediate gratification for quick sales, but it's a short sighted strategy. Over time, it can lead to reduced average prices in the market, making it harder for traders to achieve significant profit margins. So when I had discussions with veteran traders and I read the book The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, I reinforced my already solid mindset to never undercut people. I knew that I could maximize my own profits if I matched the prices of other sellers and placed high prices on items that I could differentiate a high perceived value. Since the start of my trading career, I've never had to waste any hours of my valuable time sitting behind a screen trying to penny pinch my market competitors, and I could probably make a solid argument that I've made much more profit. Imagine you could save your valuable time and make more profit in a very balanced, fair price market where everyone equally sells for the same price for a stable market. I believe undercutting to be one of the how many deadly sins out there, but I'll try my best to convince you why I believe you shouldn't do it. Number one, the fallacy of more sales with lower prices. Misconception of prices and sales. It's a common belief in trading and in fact life that the lower your price, especially if it undercuts the competition, the quicker your item will sell. However, this is a simplistic view that doesn't take into account the complexity of buyer behavior and market dynamics. Think about the local businesses in your area trying to sell products that other major companies like Walmart or Audi are selling, like a chocolate bar for 20 cents cheaper. Do you really think the guy running the business is making good profit? Importance of perceived value. In reality, sales are more about perceived value than just the lowest price. Potential buyers evaluate items based on various factors beyond cost. Even items with identical base value can have different perceived values due to additional attributes like killstreak sheens, paints, or strange parts. That guy running the tiny local business is still selling less chocolate bars than the large companies we spoke to earlier due to a variety of factors such as location, customer service, or even the ability to bulk buy. Yet he thinks he will get more sales due to being 20 cents cheaper. You may have heard this concept in a different video I made, but I'll repeat what I said. In the case study, participants were given free wines to taste varying in different price points, and they were to rate the taste out of 10 for each one. Naturally, they gravitated towards the most expensive one being the best tasting, but guess what, bro? The wines were exactly the same. In fact, they were all the cheap one. What I'm trying to say is that slapping on a high price tag on your items can help boost the perceived value of your item, and you have to make sure you never undercut if you like making profit. Examples of value skews. Consider two identical items where one is priced lower than the other. The more expensive item might still sell first if it has an appealing paint job or a desirable killstreak sheen, demonstrating that buyers are willing to pay more for additional features they value. Even if you have the same hat with no additional add ons, just the fact that you are automated or willing to respond to offers fast can net you that advantage. This point challenges the notion that undercutting is a surefire way to quick sales. It emphasizes the need to understand the market's perception of value and price items accordingly, rather than simply aiming to be the cheapest option available. Number two, reduce profit from undercutting. Undercutting's impact on profit. Building upon the previous point about perceived value, undercutting often results in less profit for everyone involved. Without concrete evidence that a minor price cut leads to significantly faster sales, undercutting mainly serves to diminish profit earnings. Think about it. Why would you undercut if the other person is just going to match you anyway? Or even if they don't, you're not even close to a guaranteed sale. Example of undercutting's ripple effect. Imagine you're selling an unusual hat for 100 keys. Another trader decides to undercut you by pricing theirs at 95 keys. This forces you to lower your price to match or beat theirs, resulting in a loss of 5 keys and potential profit for both of you. This situation escalates if more traders join in, leading to a continuous drop in the item's market value. This situation has happened to me so many times on Marketplace, and I face palm in disbelief when we all should have benefited from matching each other. Even if one of us sold, then it literally pops up that it sold for this exact price recently, meaning the remaining one will likely sell soon as well. Number three, strategic responses to undercutting. Advocating for price matching. In the face of undercutting, a more strategic response than entering a price war is to encourage price matching. This not only preserves the value of your own items, but also contributes to overall market stability. I think that keeping prices consistent helps maintain the item's market value and prevents a destructive downward spiral of prices. Always be sure to respond to offers quickly if you want to get that first sale. Direct communication. If you notice a specific trader consistently undercutting your listings, consider reaching out to them directly. A polite message explaining the mutual benefits of price matching might encourage them to reconsider the strategy. For instance, saying something like, "Hey, I've noticed we're both trying to sell similar items. I believe we could both benefit by matching our prices rather than undercutting each other," can open up a dialogue and potentially lead to a more cooperative approach. Exploring alternative markets. If direct communication doesn't yield results, another tactic is to explore different marketplaces. Each trading platform, whether it's marketplace.tf, backpack.tf, or the Steam community market, has its own dynamics and user base. By switching markets, you can potentially find a more favorable environment for your items, especially if one market is saturated or dominated by undercutters. This strategy of market arbitrage can help you avoid direct competition and find buyers who are willing to pay your asking price. This point highlights proactive strategies to deal with undercutting. Rather than passively accepting reduced profits, traders can take steps like advocating for price matching, engaging in direct communication, or exploring different markets to counteract the effects of undercutting and preserve the value of their trades. Number 4, the time factor in undercutting. Undercutting is a time consuming endeavor. The act of constantly monitoring the market to undercut others is not just financially ineffective, it's also a massive drain on your most valuable resource: time. Imagine spending long hours in front of your computer, tirelessly checking each item in your inventory for opportunities to undercut by mere fractions. This process is not only depressing but also inefficient. Prioritizing time over minimal financial gains. There's a fine line between being frugal and being unproductively obsessive. Even though I tend to disagree with frugality, I can understand where those are coming from. Undercutting for marginal profits falls into the latter category and is absolutely the biggest waste of time known to TF2 trading. It's essential to recognize that time, unlike money, is irreplaceable. Every minute spent in front of the screen trying to gain a small financial edge is time not spent on more productive or fulfilling activities. Valuing time above money. It's important to remember that time is the most precious asset you possess. It's finite and irreplaceable, directly tied to our existence and opportunities in life. If your trading strategy involves sacrificing significant amounts of time for minimal monetary gains, it's worth reassessing your approach. Your time could be better invested in activities that offer greater rewards, both financially and personally. You could literally get way more by putting those hours into a minimum wage job than those who penny pinch their thousands of items for a few more dollars. And of course, I think you should spend time in real life with other people for memorable experiences rather than undercutting in TF2. This point emphasizes the importance of valuing time above small financial gains. It challenges traders to consider the real cost of undercutting, not just in terms of potential profit loss, but also in terms of valuable time it consumes. Number 5, strategic undercutting, the exception. Identifying the rare scenario for undercutting. Though generally not advisable, there are specific situations where undercutting can be a logical move. One such scenario is when a competitor's pricing is excessively high, bordering on greed, and their listing has remained unsold for an extended period, over 6 months for instance. This can indicate an unrealistic valuation of the item. Implementing a significant price cut. In cases where the market listing appears inflated due to a seller's inattention or overvaluation, undercutting by a significant margin, at least more than 20%, can be effective. The substantial price difference can create a stark contrast in perceived value, making your item appear as an attractive deal or even a quick sell. This approach is especially viable when the competitor's high price has already been proven unrealistic by its prolonged presence on the market without attracting buyers or offers. Creating perceived value through contrast. The key in this approach is to ensure that your undercut creates enough of a price gap to stand out as a great deal. It's not just about being slightly cheaper, it's about presenting your item as a significantly better value proposition. This can attract buyers who are looking for a good deal and might have been put off by the other seller's high asking price. What I'm highlighting is a specific instance where undercutting is not only justified, but can also be an effective strategy. It involves identifying opportunities where you can position your item as a significantly better deal compared to overpriced listings. thereby attracting buyers who are on the lookout for value purchases. Now I'm going to summarize all the points I mentioned about undercutting. Limited sales increase. Undercutting doesn't necessarily lead to more sales. The market dynamics are complex, and simply having the lowest price doesn't always attract buyers. Remember, value perception plays a crucial role. Reduced profit margin. Engaging in undercutting wars diminishes his profit for everyone involved. It's a lose lose situation where both the undercutter and the competitor end up selling for less. Alternative strategies to undercutting. If undercut, consider price matching or communicating with the competitor. If that fails, switch to a different market to explore new opportunities. Time is precious. The time spent on constant undercutting is often not worth the minimal gains. Your time is valuable and could be better utilized in more productive or enjoyable activities. Appropriate times to undercut. In rare cases, undercutting can be the right move, especially when competing against overpriced, long standing listings. Ensure your undercut is significant enough to create a noticeable difference in value. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of the intricacies and pitfalls of undercutting and TF2 trading. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking and subscribing for more insights into the world of trading. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay updated with the latest content. Your support means a lot. Also, I'd love to hear your experiences and thoughts on undercutting. Have you ever been caught in an undercutting war? What strategies have worked for you? Drop your stories and tips in the comments below. Let's learn from each other's experiences. And if you're looking to deepen your understanding of TF2 trading or explore other aspects of the game, check out the other videos on the channel. There's a wealth of knowledge waiting for you, all for free. Until next time, keep trading smart, and remember, your strategy and approach can make all the difference in your trading success. Happy trading, everyone. See ya.